Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel Grammar Treehouse. Today, we're going on a verb adventure to solve a common grammar mystery. What's the difference between transitive and intransitive verbs? It sounds complicated, but I promise by the end of this video you'll be a pro, so grab your explorer's hat and let's dive in. First up, let's talk about transitive verbs. Think of them as action verbs that need a partner. They perform an action, but that action has to be transferred to someone or something. We call that something the direct object. It answers the question, what, or whom, after the verb. For example, if I say, the chef prepares, your brain immediately asks, prepares what? The sentence feels incomplete, right? But if I say, the chef prepares the meal, it makes perfect sense. Here, prepares is our transitive verb, and the meal is the direct object. The action of preparing is transferred directly to the meal. Let's try another one. Sarah kicked what? Sarah kicked the ball. See? Kicked is the transitive verb, and the ball is the direct object receiving the action. It's like a game of catch. The verb throws the action, and the object catches it. Without the object, the action has nowhere to go. So, transitive verbs are team players. They always need a direct object to complete their meaning. Now, let's meet the other type, intransitive verbs. These are the independent spirits of the verb world. They express a complete action all by themselves and don't need a direct object. The action stops with the person or thing doing it. For instance, if I say, the baby smiled, the thought is complete. We don't need to ask, smiled what? The action of smiling starts and ends with the baby. The same goes for a sentence like, the birds flew. The action of flying is done by the birds, and that's all we need to know. Smiled and flew are perfect examples of intransitive verbs. They are perfectly happy on their own. So, how can you tell them apart? The trick is to ask, what or whom after the verb. If the question makes sense and needs an answer to complete the thought, you've got a transitive verb. If the question sounds silly or the sentence already feels complete, it's likely intransitive. Let's do a quick quiz. I'll give you a sentence, and you decide if the verb is transitive or intransitive. Ready? Sentence 1. He reads every night. What do you think? He reads what? He reads books, magazines, articles. Since it needs an object to be fully understood, reads here is transitive. Sentence 2. The sun rises. Does it make sense to ask, rises what? Not really. The action is complete. So, rises is intransitive. Sentence 3. She wrote a letter. She wrote what? A letter. The verb wrote has a direct object, a letter, so it's transitive. Easy, right? The key is just to look for that direct object. Some verbs can actually be both transitive and intransitive, depending on how they're used. For example, the students sang. That's intransitive. But we can also say, the students sang a song. Now, with the direct object, a song, the verb sang becomes transitive. It's all about context. And that's the secret to transitive and intransitive verbs. It's all about whether the action verb needs to pass its action onto something else. With a little practice, you'll be spotting them everywhere. Thank you so much for joining me on this grammar adventure today. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more fun English lessons. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. See you in the next video.